Morning, everyone. This is Gray Hog. We're going to talk today about starting a fire in the South. You see videos all the time about people starting fires out west and with sticks and just make it look real easy. But if you live in the South where it's humid and everything's damp, it's a challenge. So stay with me. I'm going to teach you what to do and an easy way to start a fire and what product, what wood you need to gather to do this with. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna gather some bark off of a cedar tree. Cedar makes the best fires for the South. And hang on, let's see if we can flip this around. With the cedar, you can start just real slowly. You don't have to cut anything, but you see the fine hairs that come on. We'll come around over here. It rained yesterday twice. But see how they're starting to gather up the real fine hairs? This is what we're going to use to start our fire with. And one of the easiest methods in the South to be able to start a fire. So give me just a moment and I'll gather this up and I'll show you exactly how this works. Okay, we have our bark gathered up off the cedar tree. That's a Glock knife that you're looking at, and I love the Glock. It is carbon steel. It's not stainless. It will rust, but easy to sharpen. And when I'm out in the field and I need to have a sharp blade, I don't want something that's gonna take hours to resharpen. This one right here, I can hit it on some leather, like this leather pouch right here, and normally I can just drop it and it'll be sharp easy. Now the way we're going to start a fire, this is something that I carry in my bag with me. I made this case, wasn't purchased, but with a magnifying glass. And if you've ever tried to start a fire, you can get smoke with a magnifying glass, but it's not always easy to get a fire started. And this is one of the methods that I rely on, but you have to have the right material in order for this to work. So hang on just a second, I'm going to show you, get the camera set up to where I can show you how this will all come together and we're going to get a fire started. Okay, for all general purpose, I hope I'm getting this set up right. Now we're going to set up and get our beam focused. Let's do this with this hand. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to get this to where y'all can see this. I've got to get this set up in the right light. But immediately we start getting smoke, and we're going to start seeing a little bit of a charring up under there. But get this thing focused just right, and also having the material close enough together, which I may not have. Well, let's see what we can do here. Fold my material in just a little bit more. We're going to start in a different place. That way I can get it a little tighter. If you've ever tried doing this with a magnifying glass, it's not as easy as you think it would be, especially in a damp environment. But this is one method that I have successfully done, and it's the reason why I teach this. Now, I can start this with a fire striker, a ferrocerium rod, magnesium, and it does quite well. But if you don't have those readily available, we're just looking at a different method. Now this does take a little bit of time. It's not going to be instantaneous. as with any fire, we have to get a bed of coals going. Once we get that ember, we should be able to kick it off. And when you're doing this, you really realize how much the earth turns, because depending on how much time you take playing around with this, you're steadily moving the magnifying glass. And everything goes into play when you're doing this. We're getting smoke constantly off of it. The fibers are turning red. And sometimes it's not always easy when you're sitting here looking at this, because it gets really bright. You know that as it's hitting different parts of it, whether or not you have your beam as tight as it needs to be. And like I said, it rained twice yesterday. So in a wet environment, this is a method that does work. It's not as strenuous as a bow drill. And as long as you've got a piece of glass that would work, we can get this started. I believe I need to reposition on a flat surface. It's really easy to tell what you're doing. So compacting this down to where you can see and get a better visual is probably very important. And to be honest with you, this is something that I've not done a lot. So we're on a new testing ground for both of us. I have started a fire like this using this method. It's been a while. I can know my thumb is getting hot though. So I am doing something right. Now, dryer lint always is something that you can go is a go-to for anything like this. Makes it really easy. And we have produced a flame. And we have fire. Now, I'm having trouble seeing. I'm using an iPhone to do this, so I'm hoping I'm getting this in frame.